We are launching a new series here on the show. Dr. Ali Kezrine is becoming our new medical contributor, and each week he will be discussing trending medical topics you typically see in the headlines, but he's going to simplify it from the complex to the easy to understand and how it pertains to us. No pressure, but I know you're good at what you do. Please welcome to the show, without further ado, Dr. Kezrine. It's good to see you, sir. Thanks for being here.
It's nice to be here. It's always fun.
Well, okay, so let's start a little bit about your background so people know a little bit more about you, Kezrine, urology. But even before we get to that, let's talk about you're a big-time Gator.
I am. Even before that, I was here in Jacksonville. I went to Bulls. We were Bulldogs, orange and blue there. Went to University of Florida. I was there for a long time. I did college, med school, and my residency. Every time I try to leave, I come back, and Gainesville is a very fun place to be. It's a great school. It's even greater now. It actually won some accolades for being an amazing school.
Sure.
Now, so accolades to all the young kids getting into there now. Then I went to Paris and did a lab robotics fellowship, which was an amazing time. I learned some amazing cutting-edge things that I was very proud to bring back to Jacksonville and get to work with my dad every day. So that's a lot of fun. I've been here almost 9 years now.
9 years, yeah. And Kezrine, urology. That's obviously, as soon as you leave here, you're going to be going to see patients. I know it's your practice, and you've been around for quite some time.
Grown-up work.
Yeah, and I know also people might recognize, like, I've seen this guy. Where have I seen this guy before? And you were a medical contributor for quite some time over on the chat, and so you would go in with them and you would do weekly segments. Kind of what we're going to do here, although we're going to kind of, same principle, but things that are in the headlines, we're going to try to break them down into the simplistic.
Yeah, I mean, the idea with this is, things that you see in the media, they're very quick sound bites and things of that nature associated with medical news. So sometimes it's very difficult to figure out what's important. So what we did, I think, very well in the chat was to try to discuss from a different perspective, because you had multiple people talking about hopefully what people in the audience would think, and try to simplify things. So hopefully we can do the same thing here.
Yeah, and there is a topic that's trending today that you actually have talked about before and went into great length, and you have a Facebook page, by the way, where you talk about a lot of these topical topics if you want to go there. But it's about sitting, and there's an article that came out, and I believe this was in CNN.com, basically talking about how sitting too much can kill you. And you think about, really? But is there any validity to that if you're sitting for too long that it can lead to an early mortality?
So, I mean, the question even before that is this idea that a sedentary lifestyle may have an association with poor health outcomes. So if you're not active, can that translate into you being less healthy? And here they're talking about, could that translate into earlier death? Where the sitting component, if you look at most of our day-to-day life, we are in jobs that may be associated with sitting behind a desk for a long time. Yeah. And that post that you mentioned was a 2015, where the study mentioned that people, the question is to sit or to stand, really. And what they found that a lower risk of diabetes, lower risk of cholesterol levels, and by turn, lower risk of heart disease associated with standing as opposed to sitting.
Is it just that we need to be exercising more, and the sitting is saying and thus implying that we're not exercising, or is it the physical standing that will help ward off an early mortality?
So the interesting thing about this study, it was in the Annals of Medicine last week, of Internal Medicine last week. It looked at 8,000 patients that they followed for a period of time, average 4 years. Exercise didn't matter. Age, race, sex, level of exercise, and even BMI, so the level of obesity didn't matter. What they found was people that were sedentary. So if an average person kind of in a 16-hour awake day is sedentary for 12 hours, people that are sedentary for more than 13 hours, so they sit for that period of time, had a twofold increased risk of death. That's 200%.
So how long should we be standing? How long or short should we be sitting? Is there like a guideline that
So in this study, they talked about in a 30-minute cycle, you should try to get up and be active, meaning not just stand, but get up and move around for 5 minutes. Another way to kind of think about it is, let's say you have a 30-minute, half an hour period of time at work. Sit for 20, stand up for 8, and move around for 2. So this 28-2 thought process is an easy thing to remember and go from there. And here, the idea with this study that just came out is that people that sit and are sedentary, they really found that, and these are people 45 years and older, white, African American, translate race, age, all these things, they found an earlier or death rate associated for multiple different factors, and it was all-cause mortality. So it's just this idea of being more active.
Yes, just sitting and thinking about standing. We have to go because we only have like 45, 30 seconds left. We're going to talk about this tomorrow on the show. We're taking it on the road, but you have a run that's coming up that's near and dear to your heart. It is Zero Cancer.
Absolutely. So this falls right into this. Take-home message with this run is for prostate cancer, but it falls right into this. Sit less, stand more, and move more. So this falls right into it. So with this prostate cancer, it's Prostate Cancer Awareness Month in September. September 30th, we are having our run this early in the morning. Go to the website below and you can sign up. And it's a great, great cause. Zero Prostate Cancer is trying to end prostate cancer, and the funds that are raised come back here into our community to help men with prostate cancer and their families.
And our local. And you have the website on the bottom of the screen, zerocancer.org. Once you get there, you can go put in the zip code. It'll bring you back to this area. Sign up for the run, walk.
It's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on different places as well.
It's good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate your expertise. As always, we're going to have a lot of fun with this segment.
So sit less, stand more, move more.
Okay, I feel like I need to finish this interview standing. Okay, if you'd like more information on Dr. K, you can always head to his website, which is KazRyanUrology.com. He also has a weekly radio show. You can hear that as well on 690, and you can go to his Facebook page for more information. This all will be posted every week.